Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for staying tuned. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for being here. Thank you for viewing my videos. I really appreciate it. If you're a new subscriber, please click the subscribe button and don't forget to like, share, and also turn on post notifications to get notified when I post new videos. Okay, today I'll be showing you how to cut a shirt. I last posted a video on how to draft a shirt collar. So that I'm showing you how to draft and cut a shirt. So we're going to start with, so I've been working with my measurements. My bust is 35, my waist is 29, my hip is 38.5, 39, around that. So I'm going to be working with my shoulder measurement is 15, normally for blouse. But I'll be using 16 inches for this because I want the shoulder, I don't want a blouse length shoulder, right? So, and I'll be using the full length of this paper. The full length of this paper is 24 inches. That's what we have here as full length of the paper. So if you want you just, whatever length you want your shirt to be, you measure according to the length you want your shirt to be. If you want your shirt to be as long as 30 inches, you want your shirt to be as long as 26 inches, whatever length you want it to be, that's what you're going to use. But I'm working with what we have on the table, and that's the length of this paper, which is 24 inches. So I'm going to start with 24 inches length. Next, I'm going to get my half length. My half length is 17.5. And the length of the paper is 24 inches. So next, I'm going to get my armhole measurement or my chest line. And my measurement I'll be using 35 inches divided by 6 plus 1.5 plus 1 inches. And once I get the value, I think the value will be around 8 or 8 points. Maybe around 8. Once I get that, I'm going to add extra 1 inches. So if my normal armhole measurement is 8 inches, I'll add an extra 1 inch to make it 10, because I do not want my shirt to be tight. I actually want to make a free shirt. But if you want to make a fitted shirt, you can go ahead and use your normal armhole measurement, or whatever measurement you use for your armhole. But if you want a free, not too fitted shirts, you can use your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 plus 1 inches. Once you get that value, add an extra 1 inches. So in my case, I use around 8 inches, 8.2. While for this shirt, I'll be using 9 inches or 9.5. So I'm going to go in with, I'm going to use 9.2 inches. Remember, my half length too is 17.5. So I'm going to draw a straight line to show all of my your shirt has a button in front. So I usually use 3 inches for my button. So I'll be leaving 3 inches. The reason I use 3 inches because I want my button to lap properly. Some people use 2, that's fine. Some people use 2.5, that's alright. I don't know, I personally feel somehow using 1.5 inches. I don't know if it's me, because I feel like it's not going to lap in well. 3 inches laps so well for me, like very, very well. Do you understand? So when I fold it, it laps well. Well, like I said, that's a personal preference. So I'm going to get my shoulder measurements. Like I said, I'll be using 16 inches here, as opposed to 15 inches I use for my shoulder. Sometimes I even use up to 14.75. So I'll be using 16 inches here, and I'll bring my 16 inches down. and then I'll draw a straight line to connect. For my shoulder slants in front, I'm going to slant my shoulder by 1 inches. I'm going to slant it by 1.25 inches rather. I'll go in my normal 3x3 neck. Okay, so from here to here, I'll get the midpoints. So I'm able to get my armhole. So what I have here is 8 inches. So the midpoint is going to be 4. I'll go in by 0.5 inches. And I'll connect. So next thing, I'm going to get my bust measurements. Remember that here is for my button. Don't forget. So I'm going to get my bust measurements. My bust measurement is 35 inches. Plus 1 inch for ease. And then 1 inch for joining allowance. Now, I added 1 inch for ease because I don't want it fitted on my body. At the end of the day, it's actually going to even appear a bit fitted. And if you want it to be bogus, right? If you want it to be bogus, if you don't want it to be fitted, if you want it to be free, I'm bust 35. If I want it to be very free, I'll use 40 inches. Do you understand? So that's that. For my hip, I'm not going to measure my waist. You will know why. For my hip measurement is 39. Inches. 1 inch for ease. 1 inch for sewing allowance. Okay, so I just connect from my bust to my hip with a straight line. Okay, then what I do here is I just take this in like this. Okay, I don't measure my waist measurement when I'm doing my shirts because shirt is not, well, the shirts is unless it's fitted. If it's not fitted, it's not supposed to be tight on the waist, to be honest. That's it. So next, I'll get my armhole. Okay, now for my neck, I use 3x3, right? If you don't want the neck of your shirt to be too loose, you can use 2.75 by 2.75. If you want the collar to be loosely fit around your neck, you can use 3x3. If you don't want it to be too loosely fit, you want it normal, you can use 2.75. If you're on a small size, maybe you're a size 6, or you have a slender neck, you can use up to 2.5 inches, 2.5 by 2.5. Okay, so that's that for that. So for me now, I'll be using 3 by 3 inches. So let me extend that. So now, next thing, here on my shirt's hem, at the hem of my shirt, I'm not going to leave it straight this way. No, I'm going to come up by 1 inches or 1.5 inches, and then I'll curve it. Now, if you want your shirt to have a TM mouth, you know how a TM mouth comes from like this to the back, comes in like this. If you want your shirt to have a TM mouth, you can also go in this way. From here, come here, like this. So it comes like this, then comes like this. Okay, so that's that for the front. I'm not putting that If you want a shirt to have a dart, you add your darts, you place your MU, do your darts on your pattern or even on your shirt. So next thing, I'm going to do the back now. And for my back is pretty much the same measurement, 9.25. Half length is 17.5, and the length of my shirt is 24 inches, right? So all I'm just going to do is extend this line. Now I'll get my shoulder measurements. My shoulder measurements is, I use 16 inches, don't forget. For my back, I'll use 3 by 1. Sorry, I'll use half inches, 0.5 inches by 3 inches. For the back, here 0.5, here 3 inches. Okay, so here, remember I came down by 1.25 here. So here I'm going to come down by 0.75 inches. And I'll connect. So I'll get my bust measurements. Bust measurements is 35 inches. Now remember in front, you use 1 inches for ease. At your back, you're not going to use 1 inches for ease. You'll be using 0.75 inches for ease. And if you pick up a standard shirt measurement, a standard shirt, you would notice that the front is wider than the back. If you just check it, you see that the front is wider than the back. That's because the allowance they kept at the back is quite different from the allowance that was placed in front. So if you're making a bogus shirt, this really doesn't matter. But you're making a fitted shirt, you minus the ease allowance 1 inches for your back. Instead of 1 inches at the back, the ease allowance at the back is going to be 0.75. But if you're making a very free shirt, you don't really need all of this. Just make your shirts free. The front and back can be the same thing. So, and for me, I'm making a free shirt. Don't want it to be too fitted. Yeah, let's go ahead and use 0.75 for tutorial purposes. Then add my 1 inches for sewing allowance. Do the same thing at the hem. Here I'm having 39 rather. 0.75 inches for ease and 1 inches for sewing allowance. So like I did earlier, I'm just going to connect these lines together. Then go. Okay, so next, here remember I went up by 1 point. Let me check. I went up by 1.5, so I'll go up by the same 1.5. So at it will be the same thing. The size will be the same, and I'll connect my line. This way. So here to here, I'll divide into 2, which I know is 4. So this is 4 inches. And then if I'm not going in by anything, I'm just going to curve my line this way. Okay, now just look as if that's the easiest, most basic thing. Oh yeah, don't forget, which is actually true. It is the easiest, most basic thing, right? But there are some like that few things that just make your own shirt stand out. So now here on the sleeve, on the shoulder measurements, we'll come back to our front. For the shoulder measurement for our front, I'm going to come down by 1 inches. Okay, let me cut this out so that you'd understand better. Okay, so okay, so now I have cut them out separately, right? Now on this front part, I'm going to remove 1 inches from this place, right? So I'll measure 1 inches and take it out. This is 1 inches, 1 inches, 1 inches. Okay, so right, this is shoulder, this is neck, and then this is an arrow. All right, so this arrow, I'll explain why I drew arrows on both sides. So I'm going to cut this. Now this one that is cut out, I'm going to take it here. This is where I cut out, which is here. So this arrow, that means it's going to be turned this way. Okay, so I'm going to join this with a sellotape. I labeled shoulder, neck, and this arrow. That means this is going to face in this way. All right. Okay. Okay, so this is it. So this is my front, this is my back. So when I'm joining it, this is what we have. Oh, sorry. This is what we have when I'm joining it. The essence of this is the shoulder of the back is going to come into the front a bit this way. Do you understand? It's going to come into the front this way. It's not, the joining is not going to be just on the shoulder, it's going to come downwards into the front. So at the end of the day, this is what we have when it is joined. And this way too, you can also go ahead and check your neck, the roundness of your neck. If you feel it's too big or if you feel it's too small, you open it small. Don't forget that you're folding this on 1 inches. All right. Okay guys, so that's that for that and this tutorial. Thank you for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and also turn on post notifications to get notified when I post new videos. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.